Hello, how's it going, cracks? Thanks for being here. This is The World. Maldini, your channel? Let's analyze what this has been. Atlético Madrid 2-0 Mallorca. I just finished commenting on the match on Koke. In a little while, Real Madrid will play against Espanyol. You'll have a video as soon as the match is over, of course. But it's a victory for Atlético de Madrid, an important victory for Atlético de Madrid, which had some really good moments in the first half, especially in the first half, where it was really hard for them to resolve the match against Mallorca. I'll comment on that later in the video. Mallorca has a number of strengths that they exploit quite well. Arrasate. Although it's true that he's been on a streak. Here we have Lino, who scored the first goal. I'm going to talk about quite a few players from an individual perspective of Atlético de Madrid and what Mallorca is all about. But above all, Mallorca has a plan, and there have been moments when they've complicated things for Atlético de Madrid. Long passes to Muriqi, to Larin, but they're going through a terrible streak. Mallorca has lost 5 consecutive matches without scoring a single goal in those 5 games. They haven't scored a goal yet this year and have lost all 5 matches. Since that defeat, which was, of course, in January in the Supercopa de España against Real Madrid, the team honestly just can't seem to get back on track. And I have a good feeling about it. At times, this man's team, who I consider a phenomenal coach, has shown it. But the team is not there, and today it is true that it has made things difficult for Atlético de Madrid at many times. Let's analyze what the match was like, because there's a lot to cover. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Friends of the world, Maldini. Here we have Lino celebrating the first goal for Atlético de Madrid. That's a really good recovery by Lenormand. Today was a very tough match for the centre-backs. For Lenormand, who, by the way, has received a yellow card and can't play, although I don't think he would have played anyway. The match against Real Madrid, the next league match before that, Atlético de Madrid has the game against Getafe, but the next league match is against Real Madrid. At the Bernabeu, Lenormand can't play that match because he's suspended after the card he received today. But I think Jimenez would have played. Jimenez and Lenglet seem to me to be the best centre-back pairing that Atlético de Madrid can present today. For me, by far. I want to talk a lot about many things. Among others, Pablo Barrios, a player I really like. He has had some really good moments. By the way, here we have him with Samu Costa. Once again, he has really put in a lot of effort running Samu Costa. Samu Costa's performance is impressive, the way he can run all over the place. Permanent sacrifice. Samu Costa's. Let's take a look at the starting 11 for Atlético de Madrid and Mallorca. And then I want to mention some details that I think I want you to give me your opinion. Also, friends of Mundo Maldini. Atlético Madrid, Llorente, Lenormand, Lenglet, Reinildo with Oblak in goal. Then they clearly ended up defending with 5 in the final stretch of the match. Lino, he left. Giuliano, right. Very good first half from Giuliano. I also want to say something later about Giuliano, Pablo Barrios and Koke, double pivot, Julian and Sorloth. Julian had a good first half. He slowed down a little. Then at the end, he ended up being changed. Today, Sorloth, I have not been convinced by his party. The truth is, by Sorloth's party. Graves in the goal of Mallorca, who played in yellow today. That's why I put him in yellow. Maffeo, who is this player we saw at Borussia Dortmund, practically didn't play. Today, he played due to Maffeo's absence. Mojica on the left, 3 centre-backs. The phenomenal Rilo with Bayern and Copete. Samu is playing centrally with Dani Rodriguez and Darder. And then up front, Larin and Muriqi. Important changes, Losa Mascarell, Losa Morlenes, Losa Maceo. Players who can be important in the team, in the end up getting healthy. They end up getting to Robert Navarro and complicated things quite a bit in the final stretch. Because it's true that Atlético de Madrid scored the second goal by Antoine Griezmann, which is an absolute stunner, a real beauty. But it really complicated things for Atlético de Madrid to see Giuliano and Llorente clearly improving as the match went on. Giuliano was getting a lot of action down the wing, playing a lot more inside, where we see him quite often. Also, Julian coming back to receive the ball and sometimes even playing as a number 10 because Julian does it all. In this team, he's at a very high level, and there have also been some good moments from Hino in the team. I want to say several things. Pablo Barrios, for me, let's look at this photo, let's repeat it. He is a very important player at Atlético de Madrid. I would say that if we talk about midfielders, he is the player with the most quality. Griezmann, of course, I consider him a forward midfielder. As such, I think Barrios is the highest quality player Atlético de Madrid has. For me, without a doubt, he's still injured. Lenormand, that we are not seeing. And it is true that he is a player who, when he plays further back, he also has a lot of talent. But when it comes to managing the team, I think he's essential. And today, Rodriguez de Pablo wasn't there because he was suspended. But for me, Pablo Barrios is the best option Atlético de Madrid can have in midfield. We'll have time to do a preview. We'll do a preview of the derby, talking about whether he should play with one more midfielder or not, with one more midfielder. Here we have Samu's goal. As always, Lino, great work. On the left side, getting into the attack with danger, defending like a wing-back. When he finished with a three-man defense, the team, a pretty complete match from Samu, who is a player I really like. I have to say that I really like it. Mallorca, what I was telling you, Mallorca has a plan. Today it didn't quite work out, but it's the plan that has helped them win many matches. The plan that took them, for example, to the cup final is that they know they have two forwards. If they both play together, one is Muriqi and the other is Larin. Long balls to Muriqi, who wins almost all of them. Second play extensions. And from there, without taking risks in the build-up, and with that, Mallorca is a team that has its dangers and is having a good season. Mallorca, without a doubt, they're having a good season and they continue to have a good season. Despite this bad streak, the team is well ranked in the league. Let's see, this streak has to end because they have players who can significantly improve these recent results. Dani Rodriguez, he hasn't shown up much. Darder hasn't shown up much either for me. The best in midfield by far has been Samu Costa, who couldn't take it anymore, even when he was substituted. He got really angry about the substitution, but here we have the image of Samu's goal again, how that Samu goal sings. And Atletico Madrid ended up sealing the match with a second goal from Antoine Griezmann on the counter. Atletico Madrid was really struggling. There were a lot of people ahead of the ball for Mallorca, making it really complicated for Atletico Madrid. But this man showed up, Antoine Griezmann, who, by the way, has now placed himself among the top 10 players with the most matches for Atletico Madrid. Playing these minutes gave them a goal in the end. It's a fantastic goal by Antoine Griezmann. Let's take a look at it. The image of Antoine Griezmann's goal, because Atletico de Madrid caught Mallorca on the counter. That was all in the perfect pass from Riquelme. You can see that he is perfectly in a legal position to Antoine Griezmann. And from there, look, with this quality, he got past Graves. And with this quality, he goes over Graves. A wonderful goal by Antoine Griezmann, showcasing the incredible talent he has, of course, Antoine Griezmann. So that was the goal that decided it. The match, a match that has been quite a bit more complicated than it seems based on the result for Atletico de Madrid. That's the reality. Much more complicated. The best part, based on the result, of course. By the way, this play that I want to talk about, this play by Gallagher, this photo shows a play that we see here in the picture, and it looks like a clear red card. He doesn't have the intention to hurt anyone. It's true that he goes quite high with his foot, but this photo is a bit misleading. It seems to me that if he gets sent off, it's not crazy. But it doesn't seem to me at all like a mistake not to send off Gallagher for this play. Honestly, I don't think it's a mistake at all not to send off Gallagher for this play. That's my feeling. Friends from the world, Maldini, how far can Cholo Simeone's team go in the championship? Well, let's see what Real Madrid does now in Cornellà. It's going to be key. Of course, the match next week. Atletico is on a very good streak. They came off 2 consecutive losses in the league, but they're on a spectacular run of form. There was a stretch in the first half where they started to handle the ball with a lot of speed, and it has been sensational. It has been sensational. The goalkeeper has been brave, recovering that ball that sets up the play for Giuliano, the pass from Giuliano, and there's the shot from Samu to make it. Here we see it perfectly. Samu's shot to score the first goal, and from there, some really good moments for Atletico de Madrid, moving the ball quickly with very good ball control, and in the end, sealing the match, I think, with that stunning goal from Antoine Griezmann. A well-deserved victory for Atletico de Madrid, but it's true, and it needs to be said. There were some pretty difficult moments too, especially in the second half when Atletico eased off a bit. In the end, it's 2-0 for Atletico de Madrid. As soon as the Espanyol-Real Madrid match is over, you'll have a video, of course, and tomorrow for Barça against Alaves and for Arsenal-Manchester City, which I'll be commenting on Movistar and promises to be a spectacular match. You'll also have a video of the Milan derby between Inter and Milan. A hug, Cholo.